Several years ago, a friend gave me this book, 1001 Comics You Must Read Before You Die. And at that time in my life, I was getting a little tired of just reading superhero comics, and this is exactly what I needed. I discovered that there were comics from all over the world that I'd never heard of before, and stuff dating back over 120 years. This was an eye-opener for me, and I'm going to share some of my selections that I consider some of my favorite comics that I found thanks to this book. So I hope that you join me and give some new comics a chance. You might be surprised at what you might like. So this book, 1001 Comics You Must Read Before You Die, goes up until about 2010. So there's over a decade of comics that have come out since then. And so here's a bonus for you that's not in this book. This one's called Tetris by Box Brown. And if you love classic video games, if you grew up in the 80s like I did, you probably are very familiar with Tetris. This is an incredible book about the history of making Tetris. And while you would think that maybe it's not that interesting, a lot of corporate mumbo jumbo or whatever, there is a fascinating story behind here that actually kept me interested all the way through. Box Brown has a very simplistic style. He goes for iconography over detail. So the story is all told in very simple comic language, using a lot of shapes and symbols to create his images and to guide you through the pages. It also has a limited color palette, just using yellow to create depth and to apply shading or to highlight certain items. He does it very, very effectively. The style's not for everybody, and many people may get turned off by that, but I appreciate Box Brown's simple style because I believe that the complexity of the story would get lost if the artwork were any more complex. I think it's a perfect pairing between the two. So I recommend this one. I think you should check it out. Tetris by Box Brown, published by First Second in 2016.